Hi, Alex. It's Brenda. I just was going to go through your page with you real quickly. The first thing that I see that I want to mention is the home page actually has to be named index for it to load correctly in the real world. So you're going to want to rename that page index and use that in your code from this point forward. So looking at your page, I always click to check that both things light up. So the HTML tags are there. Your head tags light up, but what I noticed is that your heading one in your navigation you have as part of the head, and that's stuff that's not where it should be. The head is only these few things, the title and the character set. So the first thing I need you to do is move your head tag from here up to here. Just going to hit return. So that's your head. Then the body is everything you see on the page. So that has to be the next tag that comes in. And that has to close at the very bottom. You have it closing before your footer, but the footer is part of the body. That's everything we see on the page. So this closing tag right here has to be moved down to right before the closing HTML. So everything we see on the page is inside of the body tags. So we now have those where they need to be. Your heading 1 is good. Your heading 4 is good. You then have a div for your navigation, which is great. However, at this point, you start an unordered list, but you don't end it. So you need to add your closing unordered list tag right here so that that closes out. Your list items are all good, and your anchors and hrefs are all good, but remember when you rename that page to index, you need to do it in your navigation as well. So make sure you do that. And that is the end of your navigation div, so that's good. Then you come down here, and typically we should wrap your body content in a div also so that you can stylize that later. So I'm going to say div ID equals body content. And that ends before your footer begins. So the end of the div is down here. So add that. Then you have a paragraph. And the problem is you never stop this paragraph. I'm trying to see leading familiar robots, learn more by pressing the about or clicking here if you want to learn contact this. We hope to see you soon. Okay, so if you consider that to be the end of your paragraph, you don't need a break tag here. You need to end your paragraph here, and that will automatically, put some space before your image, which comes next. The other thing that I see that you don't need and that's problematic is you typed as far as your window would allow, and then you hit a break to come down here. You don't need to do that, and I'll show you why. When I view your page, I'll go back here. You have the break after the word robot and after the word above. So when we view it, it literally is breaking after the word robot and above, even though there's a lot more room over here. Or if somebody's looking at this on their phone or something smaller, it still intentionally breaks after robots and after above when you don't want that to be the case. So we're going to take out these break tags. You don't need those or want those. You want to let it just flow naturally. And so I'm going to pull out all those break codes. Let's pull the text back up here. Dun, 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 end paragraph. Okay, and I'll show you this in just a minute. So that cleaned that up. You have your opening paragraph and your closing paragraph. You chose to make about page be strong or bold, which is great. You have an anchor so that if you want to go to the about page, the word here will take you there. Strong tags are good. href is good. And your image is great. And then in your footer, you have a paragraph, but notice it doesn't light up, which means you forgot to end it. So we're going to end it down here and put in the backslash for the ending tag. You did want these words to be strong, and then this is a correct use of the break tag. After this, you want it to push down a line no matter what, so that's great, and that's great. Your footer closes out, your body, and your HTML. Okay, now if we save this file and we view it again, remember the problems that we saw right here? Now if we refresh this, our type flows as big as the viewport allows. So you don't force it to go down a line. So I cleaned that up by taking out your break codes. Everything else looks good on this page. And so let's jump back to, so your home page, that looks good. On your contact, you're going to have to do the exact same things you did to the home page, meaning move this head tag up here, move the body tag right after it, close your body tag after the footer. And then let's look at the new stuff on this page. So, oh, and then add a div for the body content for this page. You have a paragraph that doesn't close. You're going to need to close that. Right here would be a good place to close that. You have those words in bold, and then it pushes down a line and you have your phone number. Then you have another paragraph, the hours that don't end. So you're going to close your paragraph here. Oops. Those words are strong. That's great. UL closes down here. That's great. All of your list items work. Good. You have 2 breaks here to intentionally put some space before your image, so that is fine. And then remember to bump your body down here and then fix the paragraph. So everything that you fixed in the index page, fix on this page as well, and then tweak and add the body content div and tweak this so that this is correct. Your about page is going to be the same, so I'm just going to jump down to, this is the part after you fix everything else. This is the part that's new to this page. So add a body content div, close out the paragraph. You didn't do that again. Remove all these break codes so that it wraps naturally. And so get rid of all those breaks and close the paragraph and you should be good to go. If you have any questions on it, let me know, but that's what you need to do to get this working.